Welcome back to another collection video, and this time it is one of my most favorite game consoles of all time. It is my first ever game console, the PlayStation 1. Holy shit, finally, it's been a couple of years, I think 2011 since I made, or 2010, since I made my last PlayStation 1 collection. And the thing is, I don't usually buy that many PS1 games. Why? Well, I love a certain genre, RPGs, fighting games, action games, Japanese games, and those are quite rare and expensive. But this year, I don't know, I've had some really good lucks with finding a couple of rare games and a lot of other games I really liked. And when I actually got my PS1, I modded it so I could, play games really cheap, because I was really young, I didn't have any money. So also all those games I finally bought back with just the real copies instead of this stupid little illegal copies. Okay, so we start off with Tomb Raider, and when my dad got his PS1 he bought Tomb Raider, and it's actually this same version, so pretty cool, and it still freaking works. Tomb Raider is, by the way, freaking amazing. James Bond 007, I remember playing a demo, since you already know that on the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 days you didn't have the internet, you didn't download stuff, you didn't download a demo, you bought a magazine, and with that magazine you actually got a demo disc with a couple of games and trailers. There were also even demo discs where like the E3 show was on, so it's really cool, and we had a lot of magazines, and I actually kept all the magazines. But I threw all the demos away. That's kind of stupid. Yeah, when I got my PS2, I kind of threw a lot of PlayStation 1 stuff away, and that's really stupid. But yeah. GTA 2. Leave in the comments below if you played this game. It's called Blaze and Blade. It's a really cool action RPG, and we actually never got that far. And you can play it with up to 4 friends. Roll Cage, really cool racing game. Shadow Master, this was a first-person shooting game with aliens and stuff. It was really cool, and I played that demo so much. I like the soundtrack a lot. Arc of Time. A sealed copy of Shadow Man. Rally. This was actually my first ever PlayStation 1 game, and I love Rally. I don't know why, I freaking love the game. Ninja Shadow of Darkness. Soul Blade Platinum version. This is of course the first ever Soul Calibur game, and it still holds up pretty well. Colin McRae 2.0. A couple of months ago, and actually a couple of weeks ago, I bought this bundle with like 25 and 26 games, so I got a lot of racing games and just your normal typical games. Most of them I put everything away only for the cases, but some of them I kept, because racing games are always pretty cool. Fighting Force 2, I remember Fighting Force 1, it's more like a 2D, or like, how you say, like a scroll down left to right, beat 'em up, like Streets of Rage, and this is more like a shooter. I don't know, I didn't like it that much. Gauntlet Legends, I remember playing this, the remake on the GameCube actually. And at the moment I'm actually playing this game. It's pretty funny, I'm still playing PlayStation 1 games. Air Guys, really cool fighting game. Of course, every Final Fantasy fan bought this game only for the Final Fantasy characters. Of course. A really cool copy of Chrono Cross. It's an American version. I still don't have an American PS2. And a really cool YouTuber called Forest Lock HD actually, or Forest Lock Reviews, he has like 2 channels, gave this to me when we actually traded games. And it is a almost perfect condition. Really cool. I still want to play. I still need a job for an American PlayStation 2. I got Wild Arms. Diablo, and this is kind of funny. This is by far the King of Kings, my most played game of all time. I actually still am playing Diablo, and me and my brother played this for years and years. Thousands of hours we played this game and we never got into hell. That's kind of funny, because every time we're like at level 21, 22, when we beat the game we're like, okay, I want to play another character and I want to play another character. It's really funny. But Diablo is so freaking amazing. Guilty Gear, awesome fighting game. I can't wait for the next one. Of course, the incredible Metal Gear Solid. And actually see that the case is freakingly broken. I need to buy a new case for this, but yeah, Metal Gear Solid, what can I say? This game blew my freaking mind off. It was amazing. Warcraft 2. When I actually had my PS1, I didn't have a PC, and I was blown away by Warcraft 2. This game was amazing. It was like, oh my god, with orcs, because I grew up with Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer Fantasy, you know, Warhammer 40k. I'm like, oh my shit, you know, I can finally play with the orcs and this and that. Warcraft 2 is pretty cool, and this box is always in a freaking mint condition. It's almost in a mint condition. My original copy of Final Fantasy VII. This game is by far the best game I have ever freaking played. I love Final Fantasy VII. Gundam Battle Assault 2, a really cool 2D sprite based fighting game. Definitely check it out. I wasn't expecting that. Quake 2, I remember my dad bought me Quake 2 for my birthday, and with the multi-tap and 2 additional controllers, and we played this game for weeks and weeks with 4 of my friends, or 3 of my friends. Most, you know, my brother and 2 of my friends, or 3 of my friends. It was freakingly amazing. Quake 2 was awesome. Pandemonium, really cool platform game. The PS1 had a lot of cool platform games. Star Ocean, the second story. Yes, I finally got this game. I've never played it, and I was so lucky to find this game. So freaking lucky. The original Tekken. Crusaders of Might and Magic. Don't know why, but I always want to have this game. Magical Drop. Kind of a Bust a Move clone, but whatever. Rally Championship. Didn't even knew I had this one, but okay. Of course, Tekken 2. Death Trap Dungeon. Medal of Honor Underground, when Medal of Honor was at its highest top. Medal of Honor games on the PlayStation 1 and on the PlayStation 2 were freakingly great. What is this? Gun Cage? I actually played this game last week. It was pretty cool. I like the soundtrack. The Grand Stream Saga. Tomb Raider, the final, or it's called in Dutch, de laatste onthulling. Actually, I actually bought it from someone, and here's all the codes in the back. Pretty cool. Castlevania Chronicle. Yes, I got Castlevania Chronicle. What's this? Tunguska Legend of Fate. This is all like the games I bought in the bundle. Dragon Ball Z. Really cool box art. Hexen. It's just like this Doom clone. It's pretty okay. It was okay. I played it a bit. Tomb Raider 3. Descent 2. Engine Next Generation Racing with airplanes. Huh? Okay. Fade to Black. Roscoe McQueen. Looks really weird. Another Tomb Raider 3. Yes, I have 2 copies. Breath of Fire 4. I love Breath of Fire. Capcom should make new ones. Was this Theme Park World. When I actually got the bundle last year or a year ahead of that, in 2012 or 2013, doesn't really matter, I actually played this game quite a lot. I loved the demo of Theme Park. Dynasty Warriors. Did you know that the first ever Dynasty Warriors was actually a fighting game? A pretty decent one. Tomb Raider 2. Of course, Wipeout. Command & Conquer Red Alert, also a game I played so much. It blew my freaking mind. Oh my freaking god, a war game I can play on my PS1. I never saw anything before. World Rally Championship, I remember buying this game for like €2. Kind of funny. I actually bought this game like 5 or 6 times only because of the case, because this is sealed, a new copy, and only for the case I actually bought all the copies they had. The original Dead or Alive. I'm a huge fan of Dead or Alive. Cardinal Sin, also a fighting game. Pretty cool, reminds me of Soul Calibur or Soul Blade, but Soul Blade definitely was a lot better. The Adventure of Alundra, and this is one of those games that my dad bought and I lost it or it broke and I bought it back, but the seller didn't say it was all in French. And I'm like, damn it, but whatever, I still got the game. Warhammer Shadow of the Horned Red. I love Warhammer Dark Omen, and I never knew or ever played the first one actually. So finally I had it. It's kind of a rare game here in Holland, in Europe. Colin McRae Rally. Raystorm, a really cool shmup. It's actually kind of funny because the PlayStation 1 actually had, whoops, 2 types of boxes. One is a little smaller and one is a little bit bigger. Kind of weird. But this is Need for Speed 2 and Army Men Lock and Load. I actually completed and loved this game. Kind of weird, but when you're younger, you like bad games a lot more. Twisted Metal World Tour. Need for Speed 3. Of course, Gran Turismo, where it all began. Final Fantasy 6, and yes, I bought this game only for the demo of Final Fantasy 10, of course. Dino Crisis, never played it. I heard it's a pretty cool game. Spyro 2. Spyro is from the developers of Ratchet & Clank. A Little Big Adventure. I remember playing this game and it was hard as freaking nails. Spec Ops. Don't even know why I have it, but okay. Croc, another real cool platform game. Crash Bash. This is like the least favorite Crash Bandicoot game, and this is even made by Naughty Dog. No, it's not made by Naughty Dog. I don't know for sure, but I think this was the first game that wasn't made by Naughty Dog because they sold the franchise. But I'm not really sure. Forsaken, another game I remember playing a demo of. Darkstalker, awesome fighting game. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the best Resident Evil game of all time, by far. The amazing Final Fantasy VIII. Yes, I loved Final Fantasy VIII. And actually, years and years later, I finally found out how the system of junction actually worked. Because I played and completed the game with only like 3000 HP and I died a lot of times with bosses. I just couldn't figure it out how the hell it worked. I was level 100 and I didn't have that many HP. And years later I finally found out how it worked. Crash Team Racing, by far one of the best kart games, Mario Kart clones of all time. I'm still playing it on my PSP. It still looks good, it still plays good. Crash Team Racing is awesome. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, Crash 2, and why not Crash Bandicoot 1. All the Crash Bandicoot games besides Crash Bash are absolutely gems of games, and they actually hold up quite well even today. The graphical, it looks pretty cool and it's still a lot of fun to play. Dodge Jam Arena, A Bug's Life, a game my dad bought, if I remember, for my sister. Resident Evil, never played it, but of course I had it. I still need Resident Evil 2, but it's so freaking expensive. Destruction Derby 2, a sealed copy of Grandia. This is Heart of Darkness, and it doesn't have the front art. Heart of Darkness is an awesome game. It's really hard though, really hard. The amazing Final Fantasy IX, one of the last good Final Fantasy games. Tomb Raider Chronicle. Tekken 3, it's definitely the most played fighting game on the PS1. We played this game so much, and I was actually one of the best players in the whole friends group I played with. And I played with King because I am the king. And there were a lot of times we had fights like, you can't pick King anymore, you always win, and this and that. But Tekken 3 is really, it is the only fighting game ever I remember that I actually trained and tried to memorize all the combos. And I actually knew all the combos, that's why I was so freaking good. The amazing Breath of Fire 3. Capcom. Why don't you make RPGs anymore? Oddworld. A CD-based, kind of cracked action game with Hercules. I remember playing this demo. So kind of funny because I know that in the United States all the PlayStation 1 games were actually in CD cases, where in Europe and in Japan were in these PlayStation 1 cases. I love those cases. They're really cool. Battle Arena Toshinen 3, Battle Arena Toshinen 1 or 2, and 1. Or no, this is 1 or this is 2. No, this is 1, this is 2. This is a fighting game franchise. Pretty cool. Kingsfield. Kingsfield is freaking awesome, and this is actually like Demon Souls and Dark Souls and even Bloodborne are all spiritual successors or sequels to Kingsfield. Kingsfield started it all. So if you love Demon Souls and Dark Souls and you're like, I want to play something different but still it's the same, try out Kingsfield. Warhammer Dark Omen is awesome. I remember playing this game so much, I knew every magic item, I knew where all the enemies were coming from, I knew every stage, every level. Warhammer, oh my god, I love this game so much. This is actually my first ever Japanese import. I bought it like 2 weeks ago and it's not my first and I still need a lot. It's a fighting game. It's called Power Instinct 2. It's of course a really long Japanese name. Don't know, but it's Power Instinct. There is a video around here you can check out and it's a gameplay video. I actually bought this last week, Legend of Cartia, this really awesome strategy RPG that I remember playing when I modded my PS1. And this is like an almost perfect condition. Medieval 1 and Medieval 2, awesome games. Jurassic Park The Lost World, and last but definitely not least, a really awesome platform game called Rayman. So this was my PlayStation 1 game collection. Definitely leave in the comments below what is your game collection. You can also easily give out links and I will definitely watch your game collection. And what is your most favorite game on the PlayStation 1? Definitely leave it in the comments below. In this corner you can see my last made video, and below that you can see a totally random video of mine. And here of course is the subscribe button. And like always, I will see you next time.